Hey guys, it's me, Kelly. Okay, we're on our next part of our mixed media piece. I am thrilled to see everybody moving along, doing their own thing. Um, Angie's art channel. I don't know if you guys headed over there to see hers. I even wrote to her and said, like, the piece she's doing, and she's doing it in a book. And I don't know if she has a scanner or a camera, but if I were her and mine was looking like hers, I would take a picture of it or scan it in and print it out as a picture and frame it, because she has done a lot of great background work with glitter, and she did, which I love, using nail polish, and I'm so glad she did it in her video for y'all to see. She used nail polish, and as you know, nail polish is enamel paint. That's all it is. It's a glossy paint. And she used it on hers, and her piece looks fantastic, the background itself. And I told her, I'm like, don't put anything on there, like, as a main picture, but that's just my opinion. But her background's awesome, and I love it. And I love how Carolyn's doing, like, her own stuff and making these beautiful little paintings, like these little mixed media paintings. And gosh, everybody tagging me on Facebook and showing me your pictures, and everybody is really rocking out. I know this is taking a little bit longer than need be, but for me, it's just my brain, and I and later on we'll be doing another doodle for the day. I have I didn't get to show you this the other day because I fell on the floor, but this is the other Tim Holtz thing I bought, which I'm so freaking excited about for my creepy thing I'm going to do. But anyway, what I wanted to say was, the whole, and I think I mentioned this last time, the whole point of me doing this is for people who are just starting out to show step by step, and then go, if yours looks exactly like mine, right on. I love it. If yours starts to look like mine, but you have different materials than I, or go a different way than me, right on. I love it. I love it all. I love all the things. Like I said, you can do this in your journal page. Angie's using a World Atlas or an encyclopedia or something, which I have some old books that I actually, I tear pages out for text, but I have old school books of my kids. I might take one of them and use that and start doing some journaling in there. So remember, it's just your imagination that limits you. There's a lot of great things you can do. Okay, a few things I want to say. Melinda Fernandez wrote me, and she said that she had gotten a package in the mail, and it was a ceramic piece, and it had arrived broken. And she said that she had put it back together, and sadly, there were still some chips and cracks and lines in the piece after she put it back together. She said, I mixed up a batch of your modeling paste, and it worked very well. So it filled them in, and I mean, that's fantastic. A lot of you I see have made the modeling paste. I've gotten some emails. A lot of you really hit it the nail on the head and got it great. Again, if it's too watery, you just add more flour, not flour, I'm sorry, more baby powder, or you can use cornstarch, and stir it up, you know what I mean, till it gets to be a thicker consistency of what you want. And I always say leave it sit like a half hour or so, or do it before you go to bed and leave it sit, because you want the, it's like baking and making a roux almost. You want that, like, you want the flour particle, I call them flour particles, but you want the particles of the baby powder or the cornstarch to absorb the moisture, and then that'll also make it a little thicker. But, but like a half hour is good, and stir it up until you get the thickness. Just keep adding in. And it'll work. And if it's too thick, you just add a little bit more glue. You know what I mean? I've even added a little bit of water sometimes. So that's kind of, where I'm at with that. Most people are having really great success. A few people had issues like I did, where I made it a little bit thinner, you know what I mean? And then went back and made it a little bit thicker. I have to, this flower, this right here. I have something else I want to read, but wait a minute. I mean, I want to talk about, but look at that feather. You can't even see the beauty of that thing with the colors on it. Oh my God, help me. Okay. It's very exciting to me. I get excited over silly things. Also, I have gotten more people saying, like, damn, I'm too late for the ATSC swap. And actually, you're not, because I will be towards probably the beginning of the last week of January announcing for the February swap. I'm going to have a way that you sign up. So we have everybody signed up in one place and we're not going video after video. And, you know, a little bit more organized. So everybody who thinks that they're too late, we're having it every month. So this month is anything goes. You can make 2 same cards, 2 different cards. I'm doing 2 different cards. Also, who wrote me? Was it Melinda? Wait a minute. Yeah, Melinda. I messaged you back on YouTube. I sent you her address. I also wrote to her to let her know that you needed her address, but then remembered I have to send to her also. So I have her address. So I gave it to you through the YouTube. And I think that's all I really wanted to really get into at this moment. I'll probably talk way more once we get to my doodle thing later. Okay, here we are. And we got our houses and we got our thing. And I did my little sun thing here. And it's poofy. And it's not thick. I was blowing it. It was still damp, I guess, because it's so freaking cold here. My room got cold overnight and it didn't dry. So I put my heat gun to it. And when I put my heat gun to it, it blew up into a little bubble. Now, I don't know if it'll stay a bubble when I paint it or not. But I wanted it to be textury and kind of add to the thing. And I'm going to make that the sun. Not worrying about that right now. So, grab your watercolor crayons, watercolor markers, your gelatos, whatever you have. And what I'm going to do is just start with a house. And what we're going to do is we're going to outline these so these stick out. So we want darker. So when you work with watercolor markers, I don't think I have. It's called getting ready beforehand, Kelly. I'll do a gelato black because I didn't have. Now, I like to, you can use a Q-tip. And you can buy these at the dollar store for $1 and get tons of them. And I use them in my art all the time. I'm going to wet my Q-tip. I'm going to just wipe it on my gelato a little bit just to get it like so it's like a little inky. And I'm going to kind of go around the roof. Now you can use your finger on this too, but you can keep going back and picking up more black because we kind of want it to stick out. If it's not dark enough for you because of the you know, the background or whatever, you just take it. This is what I like to do. And then I'll take my wet Q-tip and I'll clean up. See how I'm cleaning up that outside? Let me see if I can move down to the house a little bit more so y'all can see. And move my camera down. Okay. So I'll just take the dry side and wipe up where I might have had a little bit too much black going on the outside. And then just take your wet side of your Q-tip. And you see how we do? We're just outlining it. Now, if you're using a marker, you do the same thing. I don't have a black marker here that's water soluble. I only have my like permanent ones. And you can do it with a permanent one. Like if I use my permanent one and I do it really quickly and then kind of put water on it and do it. So you can do it. It's just once that dries, that bad boy dries, you're kind of out for business. Because you see how it kind of, which I can fix that. I'm not going to be worrying about that too much. But I'll just wipe it up a little bit and blend it in. I like using watercolor pencils or your gelatos or your water soluble Reeves thing, you know what I'm saying? Or your, what are they called? you know, Neo colors, whatever. Just something where you can just kind of wet it like this and have control. And we're going to just go around it again. And if you want it darker, just take your crayon or your, you know, whatever you're using and go around. And maybe I'll do that here. I'll just do a little line down here. A little line up here. You want it more on the paper than not. And just kind of, because at the end this will make it stand out. And because these are water, if you're using like, if you're using Inktense, you know once they dry, they're permanent. These aren't. So we can go back and clean up very easily. Now, if you, I don't know if dollar stores sell them. I love the pointy Q-tips, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if dollar stores sell them or not. I should check it out, because I really like those. And they're good for these kind of things. But nothing has to be perfect here. We're just doing outlines. And I'm going to do black in all of them, I think. I don't know. Maybe. Wait, let me think. No, maybe I'll do... See, I'll do black in this one and then different colors in that one. But, let me move him over here to that one. And again, just going over. And you can use your finger. You don't have to use a Q-tip. Just kind of giving you some blending. Like I said, you can blend. This paper, of course, is going to, because it's note paper, you know, like paper, it's going to absorb in. I don't care. We can do stuff around it. Just kind of run down there. Just kind of outlining it. And if you don't want to do this, just outline it with a marker. It doesn't matter. We're going to throw some glitter on too. So, and on this one, I'm just going to lightly take my Q-tip or your finger and just go around the torn edges. See how that picks up those torn edges? Oh, I just love it. And again, once it's dry, or if you don't want to wait till it's dry, you can take another Q-tip, dip it in your clear water, squeeze it out so it's just wet, and go and wipe around if it went out too far. Now this paper absorbs some of it. It's okay. I'm not minding it. It just gives it a really great look. So that's how I think. Now, let's see. Let's use a marker so we can show you on this. I'm going to be moving my camera a bit here and there so you guys get better. So on this one, I'm going to use, this is a water-soluble marker. So you can use, again, watercolor pencils, whatever, your water-soluble markers, you know, which are, there's a lot. And I'm just going to kind of go in. Now, this is very bright. So I don't know how these are going to react because I've not used them before, but I'll get a new Q-tip. And they're just as good. Look at that. And you're getting to outline that. Just bring that out. Oh, I like that. Left-handed. Feeling very confident. Wet a little bit more. And of course, the wetter you do it, the more it will spread and run. I love it. Now take your, you can even take your marker and go over it again while it's wet to define it a little bit more if you want. Like I said, it's your choice. Now I'm going to use the same pink over here on this roof. And I'm just going to trace it. I'm going to go underneath here and just set it aside. Take my wet So you're kind of outlining it, I guess, is more of what you're doing. With a little bit of a darker color than you already have there. And look, I'm taking it over my wet thing, my wet Q-tip over those bumps. That was a happy mistake. And I love it. I love when mistakes turn into be beautiful things. Oh, a little more wet on the brush there. A little bit more pink going. Oh, I love that. Can you guys see that? Probably not. Look how it picked up like the stones. That is awesome. I think I'm going to move you guys closer and move my camera down. I get better. You guys can see much better if I do it that way, I think. So 1 second. For when I work wood house, I'm going to do this butterfly house next. Let me just move you down. Okay. Okay. So now let's do orange. Go back to the gelato. Well, this might even be too... Maybe I should do it in a... Maybe a darker... Maybe I'll go around this in the purple. And I'm just going to run this right now. Because this will match the door. And then I'll do some up on here. And just kind of run it. Like that. Take a Q-tip. And the great thing with using Q-tips is that you have 2 ends. So you're getting, you know what I mean, you're not really wasting. You're just kind of... Now this is a glossy tape. So let's see what it does. Which means it's not going to really absorb in the way we want it to, but it might be enough to stick out. I do like this though on the roof. Now I think I'm going to take the pink I have left on this side over to right here and kind of go in and paint this pink. I'm going to wet this a little bit more and see what color I can get off of that. Maybe just put a little bit like that. I don't want to get the paper too wet because it'll start to peel up. But just kind of run that color around to match in with the black. And we'll see once that's dry. Now see, that's a tip I should have done, but I didn't. I should have put the ink on my Q-tip instead of on here, because then you can see where it's a little darker. But I'm not going to really worry about that. But the paper is coming up because it is getting... So we got that. Now we have to work on our over here. Now I'm going to need a dark color to go around there. And I'm thinking of a green. A green. Let's see. This is a good green. We'll just do a water green. I'm going to probably need a new. Let's see if I can clean that little bit of black off of that. And use that. And I'm going to use dark green on this one to pull out the green and to pull out the green on the roof. And I'm going to go over the windows and the door, and let's see what happens. That might need to be a little darker. And I want to give the doors a little bit more green, so might be better to do a gelato one here. Let's see. That's good. Just want to have a little bit of green in there. Not happy with the outline of that, so what can we outline? Might have to be a black also. Which I'm okay with. Yeah. And you don't have to water it down. You can just leave it solid. It doesn't, I mean, that's totally your preference. I'm not really worried. Go around this to make us a little bit darker. Okay, now I need purple to go around here. So let me just wet my thing and see if there's enough purple. Definitely enough purple left on my... And we're going to glitter. But I'm pretty dang happy. Now you can go in, like I said, with a paintbrush or a Q-tip or a paper towel or whatever. If you want to take off some of this black that came out a little too far, just wet your clean rag or whatever you're using and then go and just dry it. And it'll come off. No harm. Really liking it, but I think I might want some black around this door. I'm digging it. Again, all preference, whatever you choose to do. Whatever you choose to do. Now, I think I'm going to do a window. Now, I'm just going to use, you can use your glitter markers, your glitter glue, whatever you want. And I might go over this with glitter glue. I'm just going to see how this works. I'm just going to do, see, it's not going to show up on here. So I'm going to have to use glitter glue. But this will be where I put my little window. So I'll have to come back with my glitter glue. I love glitter, so I'll put it wherever I can put it. Wait till your paper's all the way dry, because you can see mine starting to kind of come up, but I'm not worried. I love it. Maybe just outline this in some glitter. Another window. What other color do I have? green's not really that bright. I wonder if gray would be. Just gonna outline this and add a little bit of sparkle. Same here. Wait till yours is dry or hit it with the heat gun because you can see I'm tearing paper up. I'm going to give it a circle window. Sparkle up on here. Sparkle down there. Ooh, I like. I'll have to do an iridescent sparkle on these ones. This just adds for a little sparkle for the colors that you do. This is a grayish black, so the black I put on here will have a little sparkle, a little shine. Don't know how well you can see it. So let me throw my, and like I said, I'm going to use glitter glue. If you don't have glitter glue, just use, here's a cool green. Just use, well, that works good. Let me move it over here. A darker green. Yeah, I like that. Just to outline. You know, glue with regular glitter. You know, you just put your glue on and then you have your glitter. Oh, I like that. Very, very happy. Not digging on the purple so much, though. Let's see. If this will just deepen it a little bit. Yeah. Just want a little deeper. It's the tape itself. It's not accepting anything because it's a gloss. Like, if I used my Copics or Copics, whatever you call them, or my Spectrum Noirs, an alcohol ink marker, like a Sharpie, something to that effect, it would work much better on this because it's made more for, you know, glossier type things. I'm digging the roof, but I'm going to just kind of give it a little bit of oomph. Like I said, I'm probably going to throw some glitter on there. Because we got to have glitter. Okay. Alright, let me get in frame here so y'all can say. Okay, so now we're going to do the sun. And all I'm doing with the sun is going to throw some yellow on that bitch. So, I'm just going to use some Liquitex Cadmium Yellow, medium hue. And yeah, it's going to push down. It'll be easier to paint for me anyway. So I'm just going to squirt some on here. I'll probably use my fingers because I think it would be better. I want it to be bright. I don't want to water it down. I want to use my fingers because I want it to get in all that delicious texture. I might have to use a brush on the outside if it doesn't go in there. Like, I can't get it necessarily on the outsides. We shall see. Still a little damp. I'm not too worried about it. It'll all dry now. And if I get a little bit on the outside, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just take a Q-tip or a brush and wipe that up. It's acrylic paint. It'll come up. But you can see it's still kind of mushy. But I want it to have texture, so I'm okay with that. I should have done some sun rays, but oh well. And I'm going to like just push my fingers in it and lift up to give it even more texture. And I'll hold this up to the camera when I'm done. Oh, why did I do that? I'm like, wipe your finger off and then I go wipe it on the thing. So now I'll just take a Q-tip, dry off. I'll use one of the ones I used. And just dry it off real good, put it in the water, and just kind of wet this acrylic paint down so I can wipe it off wherever I went around. Wet it again. And you can see as it goes out, it's mixing with the blue and making green. I'm going to get that off. And then I can always touch up with more blue. This will get the bulk of it off. When that stuff dries, it dries hard, boy. Woo! Might have to do some birds or something, too. I don't know. That'll be when the glitter comes out. I was thinking about doing a tree, too, but I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer on this project. Y'all can kind of go where you want to go. After the next step will be the last, and that'll just be like adding glitter and some fun things, and you guys will be off to the races. Like I said, I can put more blue there when that's dry, and let me take some metallic down here for a little window. And this is just a metallic marker, like a Sharpie or whatever. And I'll do a window there. I don't know if I have purple with this or not. I have to look. I might do a window with this over here. Maybe do like a thin window. Yeah. This one I just have to decide. Maybe orange. Don't know. Let's give him a little doorknob. Give him a little doorknob. At least that'll be for that. And so far, let me get rid of my Q-tips here. Here's what we got. Put it up a little bit. So we have our sun, and I love all the texture and everything in it. I love it. I'm loving the sky. I'm going to probably put some clear glitter in there just to like make it look like stars. And then our houses, they're getting there. Going to need some glitter. I might real quick do this over this because I can't stand this door. Something about this door is making me crazy. So I'm just going to give him a door and window. And then glitter that up. Hate when things make me crazy. So we'll start. Here's this house so far. And this house. And I might as well do the window with that purple too. I can throw glitter on there. And this house. And this house. And I got to get a glitter thing for that. And the windows. And then put down. This is what it looks like. And I'm really digging it. I think, like I said, once all this dries, I'm going to just take like clear or iridescent glitter and or glitter glue and just do the sky behind it. I might do some like doodle flowers or whatever. I was going to add a bunch of like crystals and this and that, but I'm kind of digging the plain kind of look on this one. I don't know. I'm going to have to play around and see what I want. Do a going down here. So he has 2 windows because he has a big house. But like once I add my glitter and that kind of thing, and I'm kind of digging it. Maybe do the glitter and then let that dry, and then, or do the saying, like have a saying up here. Oh, my neck won't crack. And then a few touch-ups and stuff, and we will be done in the next video. So I'm digging on it. I don't know. I know I need to put a saying over here. That's why I wish I would have. And I might still take some of my homemade fiber paste, which and do some rays, or I don't know. I don't know right now. I don't quite know. But let me know what you guys think. If you're liking it, give me a thumbs up. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. If you found me by accident and are interested in mixed media, I do a lot of projects from start to finish, so you can do them along with me at any point. Mixed media, polymer clay. I'll have a polymer clay video coming up today later on. I'm doing a doodle a day. We're doing ATC swaps. Gosh, all kinds of stuff. I try to make homemade products, you know, art products that you can make at home instead of spending so much money on products, you know, out there, because, you know, they're expensive and I don't have the money to go out and buy everything. So that's just it. So hit that subscribe button if you like what you're seeing here, and any questions you have, anything you want to see me try to hack, let me know. I got quite a few requests and things written down in my book. So once we get done with this bad boy, we will be moving on to other things. And I'm so glad that Melinda, that the modeling page worked. So that makes me happy. So here we are so far. I'm digging it. I'm loving it. It's kind of more plain than what I'm used to really doing, in a sense, where I just, like, I would be throwing gemstones and all kinds of stuff. I am going to put some glitter on it. I want a saying here. Maybe home is where the heart is, or I'm going to look up and see. I got a few little touches here and there on the houses and some glitters, and I'm really digging it. So I will see you in the next video, which will be our last on this one, and I hope you guys are enjoying this. Again, check out the Flickr account. It's down in the About section. Y'all don't necessarily need a Flickr account to join mine. It's for all of us to put our art, any art that you do, whether you are doing this or other kinds of art that you do. It's for all of us to share and see. We're not all friends on Facebook, or some people don't have Facebook or whatever. So it's a great place to kind of just go see our own little community. And again, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I can't state that enough. And thank you guys so much for being awesome, awesome people. And leave me a comment and a thumbs up if you like this, and any suggestions on anything that you want to see next. And for all you people who are questioning about the ATC and keep saying, oh man, I missed it, I missed the cutoff. Yes, but the last week of January, make sure you sub, so then you can see my video for the last, it'll be the last week of January, where we do our next sign up for February. So have a great day, guys. I'll have another video coming up for my doodle of the day. So that is it. Make sure you tag me in your pics, because I love them. And I love watching videos of y'all that y'all do. So let me know what you think. Bye, guys.